And I'm Pastor Jonathan.
And today on Zone TV, we are finally going to talk about what Pastor Jonathan's had hidden behind this cloth all week long, right?
Actually, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Because I have a brand new big idea that we've got to teach to the boys and girls.
Okay. Well, do you promise that after we do that, you'll show me, please?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, so big idea. Drum roll, please. Temple! I am God's temple. Temple. That's it.
Ooh, that's a really nice echo.
Well, thank you. It keeps going. It can go as long as you want it to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, now that we've done that, the reveal.
Oh, okay. Boys and girls, if you're ready to see what's behind this cloth, I want you to say, show me!
Show me.
Okay, here we go. Behind me and Miss Alex, underneath this cloth, is our very own miniature temple!
Whoa! That's so cool.
Yeah, and if you think that's cool, buckle up because we're going in.
Wait, really?
Yeah. When you hear the word temple, what do you think?
Well, I think of a creepy dark cave that smells like the weird food in the back of my refrigerator.
Aha, good answer. But what if I told you God's temple is you?
I'd be like, what?
Yeah. But that's exactly what the Bible says, Miss Alex.
That I'm a creepy, dark, smelly cave?
No. That if you said yes to Jesus, God's Spirit lives in you. See, 1 Corinthians 3:16 asks us, do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit lives in you?
Oh, well, that's good to know. I like that better than being a creepy, dark, smelly cave.
Yeah, me too. But we've got to be careful, Miss Alex, because there happen to be some traps in our temple.
I knew it wasn't gonna be that easy.
Yeah, one trap is fear, which makes us focus on the bad things and forget that God is trustworthy.
Fear? Check. What else? Ooh, which path should we take?
Exactly. The choices we make can either unlock our temple or send us down a really dangerous path. The problem is the right path isn't always the path you think. Okay, so here are lies, which are easy to believe if we stay in darkness. But those lies don't stand a chance when we walk toward the light.
Whoa, what's that?
Oh, yeah, that's the voice that tells you you're not good enough. And it's the trickiest trap of all if you listen to it.
Okay, what do I do?
Oh, we'll just say our big idea over and over. I am God's temple. Great. Okay, boys and girls, now you say it with us. I am God's temple.
Well, wait a minute. You said we were gonna get to go in there for real. How are we gonna do that?
Oh, don't even worry about it. I got it taken care of.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed this guy
Yeah, I
right
did.
here, but this is actually our explorer action figure, and he comes with instructions.
Oh.
See, yeah, it's pretty cool. You can move around like this.
Oh, here they are.
So what's the instructions say?
Okay, it says, meet Cliff Sandstone,
That's
the
him.
toughest and most daring explorer around. Just add water and watch him come to life. Oh, cool. Do you have any water?
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
you wanna
nice.
hold it?
Yeah.
So you just add water. Boys and girls, let's see if Cliff comes to life.
Huh. Well, wonder how long it takes for... Cliff Sandstone, you're alive!
Yeah, but can you please take me off this table? I have a temple to defeat.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, don't you think we should get to know each other a little bit more before we throw you into the traps of the temple? You know, we should just talk.
No offense, lady, but Cliff Sandstone is not here to make friends.
Whatever you say, Cliff.
Hey, watch it.
Cliff, buddy, what do you think of the temple?
So far, so good. Just me and my lantern. And, spikes! I'm doomed! How am I supposed to defeat the temple if there's spikes?
Come on, Cliff. The instructions say you're the most toughest and daring explorer around, so these spikes are nothing to you. You got this.
Whoa, there's something, all right. I'm freaking out down here. I need help!
Yeah, listen, Cliff, we would love to help you, but unfortunately, I do hear a storm coming.
Oh, yeah.
A storm? I brought my best hat! Meteorologist said there wouldn't be a chance of rain. Inside the temple, no less.
Not quite. It's more like a
Maelstrom!
Here it comes. Yep. Oh yeah. That's a big torrential downpour right there. Okay, hey, welcome to Maelstrom, everybody. Again, if you have a question for us, have your parent help you send your question to maelstrom@gfczone.tv.
And this first one here comes from Ryan, 2nd grade. And Ryan says, "Dear Zone, I just learned to say the alphabet backwards. It's kind of hard. Can either of you say the alphabet backwards?" Ryan, amazing question. And honestly, I've never tried, but I know someone who has tried and he's amazing at it. And his name is Pastor Jonathan. Pastor Jonathan, take it away.
Oh my goodness. Ryan, I have to say, I have been waiting my whole life to reveal this talent to the world. So thank you. Here we go.
Yeah.
ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. Thank you.
Wow,
so
I
much.
mean,
Yeah,
that was truly incredible.
Well, I am very happy to do it. I have another one here. This is from Allison. Allison in 4th grade. Where are my 4th graders at? There they are. She says, "Dear Zone, I watched a movie where this guy was in a temple, perfect, running from snakes and giant falling rocks. Yikes. The movie was cool, but what even is a temple?"
Allison, that's a great question, especially since our big idea is temple. And you know, that movie, it sounds pretty good. I think I might have seen
Hello?
it.
I'm still here and I need your help.
Listen, Cliff, buddy, we love you. We care about you, but we are just not small enough to help you over there. So you're kind of on your own, man.
Come on, you guys. There's gotta be something you can do. I can't walk across these spikes. I'm gonna die.
Well, you know what, Cliff? I think I have something that can help both you and Allison. So just hang tight, okay?
I'm not going anywhere.
All right, Allison, so you want to know what even is a temple? And now, you know, you might typically think of a temple like this back here, but it's not always like what Cliff is in, or even a physical building like you probably saw in your movie. No, see, the Bible says that a temple is anywhere God's Spirit lives. And to talk more about that, we're gonna do a little bit of Toy Testament.
Ooh.
In the very beginning, the first man and woman, Adam and Eve, lived in the Garden of Eden. And in Genesis 3, we are told that God walked in the garden because that's where his spirit was. So, the Garden of Eden was a temple.
If you've ever heard the story of Adam and Eve, you may have heard that the Garden of Eden was a perfect place. They walked with God every day and were very close to him. Everything was good and right. That was until the serpent came.
This serpent convinced Eve to do the one thing she and Adam had been told by God not to do. Eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And it wasn't just Eve that ate from the tree, Adam did too. And when they did this, they brought sin into the world. Suddenly things were not all good and right and perfect anymore. They were quite the opposite.
Eating the fruit from the tree made them fearful for the first time because they did what God told them not to do, and they were afraid of what would happen because of their mistake. When they later heard God walking through the garden, they hid from him.
Because of their sin, Adam and Eve had to leave the garden. Their sin separated them from God.
Is that the end of the story? That ending was terrible. How's that supposed to help me?
Don't worry, Cliff. I'm not done yet. You see, God didn't want to be separated from us, so he made a way for us to get back to him despite our sin. And he did that by sending his one and only perfect son, Jesus, to come down to earth and die for the sins of all people so that whoever chooses to can be with God and have a relationship with him forever. And 1 John 4:18, it says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love."
You know, the idea of sin separating us from God can be really, really scary. But it doesn't have to be because God made us a bridge to him.
Yeah.
And that bridge was Jesus. That's why when we ask Jesus to come into our hearts and make a decision to follow him every single day, we don't have to be separated anymore. We're on the other side of the bridge with God forever. In John 14:6, it says this, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me.
Wait, that's it! A bridge! It looks a little rickety though. It's made out of ropes. And what if it falls through and I end up on the spikes?
Remember, Cliff, the bridge is what makes the way. So you get on that bridge and you get over to the other side. We believe in you. You can do it.
Okay, but what if I don't make it to the other side?
No. Cliff, you're gonna make it to the other side, okay? And we're gonna be rooting for you right here in the safety of our chairs. Yeah! You got this, man. Hey, great stuff.
Cliff.
Look at you. Look at him go.
Go, Cliff.
Wow,
Go,
what a
Cliff.
guy. Cliff is my friend.
When I say sand, you say stone. Sand.
Stone.
Sand.
Stone.
Woo!
I did it!
Yeah.
I made it! No temple's traps are a match for Cliff Sandstone. And since we conquered that bridge, that ropey bridge, we're gonna keep this rope as a relic. Let this day be known as the day that Cliff Sandstone looked fear in the eye and said, no, good riddance, not today, get out of here, out of sight, out of mind.
Hey, Cliff.
Yeah?
We're really excited for you, but we do have to end the show.
Not so fast, PJ, because it is time for you to do the 7-second summary. Can you do it?
Bring it on. I'm not afraid.
Start the clock.
A temple is any place where God's Spirit lives, like the Garden of Eden before Adam and Eve sinned. But sin separates us from God. God gave us Jesus as a bridge back to him.
Yeah! He can say his alphabet backwards and knock out any 7-second summary. Man of many talents, ladies and gentlemen.
But not as many as Cliff Sandstone.
Okay.
All right, well now, let's wrap this thing up, and then we'll just check back in next week with our friend Cliff.
Next week.
Cliff, buddy, don't worry about it. We're gonna throw you some snacks in there and turn off the lights and lock all the doors and leave you in here by yourself. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that sounds like the most relaxing week. I'm jealous.
Come on.
Yeah. All right, boys and girls, now it is time for us to do our big idea before we go. So, up on your feet. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yep,
Let's
you
go.
right there. Let's go. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Temple. I am God's temple. Temple.